Today we'll look at tips for creating Google Slides. So I've already created a Google oral presentation called 3 Strategies for Online Learning Success. And if you notice in this first slide, the font size is large. It is 52 font size. This is a good size for the title. And the type of font is called Arial, A-R-I-A-L. Then underneath you can see my name, Professor Greenberg, and the date I made this. So when you do your oral presentation, this slide will help you introduce your topic and introduce yourself. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So in the next slide, I welcome the audience, I welcome the viewers, and I have text and an image. You can also see that it is not crowded with a paragraph. There's literally one word here, welcome, and then one sentence. We are glad you want to study online. So let's look at the font size. This font size is 42, and the next font size is 21. That should be a little bit bigger. I recommend all font sizes to be 24 or larger for oral presentations, especially oral presentations that you will make for a video recording, or if you're presenting online for a job interview or a technical presentation for your job. Okay, in the next slide, again, you can see lots of white space. This white space on the slide is easy to look at. Our brains prefer a simple layout and a simple design. So the title says 3 challenges and 3 tips for online learning. The font size is 28, so it's a good size, and Arial font, easy to read font on the internet and in person. I have an image here. So let's see if I can grab this image and maybe make it a little bit bigger. Let's see if it'll, yeah, let's make it just a little bit bigger. So one image per slide, 1 or 2 images per slide is a good practice. I'm moving to slide number 4, and I present challenge number 1, and it's a question. Are you busy? And then I list work, family, and travel. So let's check. The font size here is 42. That's a good font size, easy to read. Your audience will appreciate the easy text and the simplicity of the question. All right, let's look at work, family, and travel. Now that font size, 21, is a little small. So let's bump it up to 24 or 28. I'm going to go down. Let's go to 30, see what that looks like. I like 30, work, family, and travel. So here you can see a parent with her daughter, that's family, and then an image with work. So just 2 simple images. All right, let's go to our next slide, slide number 5. Okay, so we just did challenge number 1, and this slide introduces tip number 1. Schedule your time to study. And the image on the right is a calendar. So that the words and the image are connected. They make logical sense. And this simple phrase, plan to study regularly. The font size is 21. We're going to increase that to 30. Okay, that's a little easier to read. So let's continue. Now we're on challenge number 2. The font size looks good. What if I have a question? Then the simple image of questions. Again, there is a connection between the meaning of the text over here. What if I have a question and this image? There's a logical connection there. Okay, so tip number 2, email the teacher. The email is presented and joining a Zoom meeting. Now, I think this could be improved. Let's try doing, let's move everything, align. Let's align everything left. Let's see if that looks better. And maybe I'm going to add some bullets. So that kind of moves everything up. So let's bring it all down. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. And let me, I think there's an extra box in here. So let me get rid of that extra box. Let's delete that box. Cut that. Still haven't quite, there it is. Let's delete that. There we go. I deleted that box. Didn't need it. My email's kind of hanging off. I don't like the U hanging, so I'll make this slightly smaller. Let's go to 24. That looks better. So then I click over here, email the teacher, there's the email address, and join a Zoom meeting. I think that's a little bit easier to read. Let's just make it center. I'm going to grab, let's just grab this with the, when you see the cross right there, that grabs it. And now, yes, that does look better. There's even white space on the top and on the right side and below. Then I show a keyboard showing that when you email the teacher, obviously you'll be using your laptop or computer. All right, so let's continue to slide number 8. Challenge number 3, are you afraid you'll miss interacting with people on campus? So the image connects with the question. You see students in a classroom. I have an extra box here. Let's delete that if they're going to let's see if they let me delete it. Sometimes, there it goes. All right, so I deleted that extra box. That looks good. And then I have a slide here. Good online habits lead to success. And you see the image, 2 enthusiastic students celebrating something on the internet. So this is an example of what can happen when you have good online practices. Let's continue. And then the call to action. Call to action, it's a summary of the 3 tips: schedule time to study online, communicate with your professor, and engage with your classmates. And there's an image here. You can see somebody connecting online, maybe a Zoom or a Skype session. All right, and then a conclusion, we'll see you online, and a great image here of, it looks like a student working hard with a notebook, a laptop, and a quiet place to study. And our final slide are references. Some of these learning strategies came from this website, an article called The 5 Essential Online Learning Strategies. So students, thank you for watching Tips for Creating Google Slides. I think you'll find some great ideas in how to look at the font size and how to keep the text to simple sentences and questions. Please do not write paragraphs, and use images that are clear and connected to the meaning of the words on each slide. So I look forward to seeing your oral presentations and Google Slides. Thanks for watching. We'll see you online.